Welcome, survivors, burnout community, and those just interested. It's Kelly Bubolz, trainer, author, speaker, and your burnout prevention mentor. Burnout is not taboo. It's our reality in this chaotic, fast-paced world. But we're not going to let it drive the narrative to our stories. We're going to do something about it. So let's dig in. I have a hard time holding myself accountable. I have a hard time doing new things and sustaining them. And I guess per the research, 18 to 254 days it takes on average to establish a new action in an autopilot habit. 254 days. That's way too long for me. So how do we hold ourselves accountable? Well, we got to get out of this loop. If you find yourself stuck in this loop, knowing you should start or sustain a new habit, but somehow never quite got there, you're not alone. Many of us face the same struggle, and often it boils down to one significant roadblock: lack of accountability. Welcome to one of the big behavior holds I bring into client programs, keynote speeches, and workshops. It hits on the individual and team level. In the realm of self-improvement and self-growth, accountability is the unsung hero that can make or break our efforts, that transformational moment that we all strive for. It's the missing link between setting goals and actually achieving them. Yet, in our busy lives, filled with work and deadlines and responsibilities, distractions, and the constant buzz of technology in our phones and waking up every day holding ourselves accountable, it can feel impossible. It can feel never ending, like you're never going to get over this hurdle. I want to introduce some practical steps you can take to break free of this behavior hold, lack of accountability. The first one, and probably the most effective, is finding a buddy. Now, that seems simple, right? But as adults with busy lives, busy work, it is actually kind of hard to find friends. People who we actually enjoy being around. We have become such individuals that hanging around certain people kind of suck. And finding those like-minded souls is difficult. But yet, one of the most effective ways to stay accountable is by enlisting the support of a friend or a work peer or a family member. Choosing someone you trust and share these goals with them. Maybe they even have similar goals that you can do this together. Having someone to check in and provide that motivation and encouragement you need to stay on track. Knowing that someone is watching. The next one, if you can't find a buddy, here's another one to try. Set clear and achievable goals. Accountability becomes much easier when you have specific goals to work towards. Break down these large objectives that we have into small, manageable tasks. I'm talking things you can achieve in less than 90 days. Things that you can achieve in the next 30 days. Set deadlines for each one. This not only gives you a clear roadmap for that transformational growth you're looking for, but it also makes it easier to track your progress along the way. Reroute early on before you fail. So the second one is setting clear and achievable goals. The third one is utilizing technology. Obviously, in today's world, we have to regulate it more than we think. We need to stay off the apps and social media because it sucks so much time. There's no shortage of tools and apps designed to help you stay on them. But there's also great tools and apps to help you stay accountable. Whether it's a habit tracking app or a project management tool, or simply setting reminders on your phone, technology can be a powerful ally in accountability. But again, be careful not to have those time sucker apps right next to the productive ones. I literally had to remove social media off my phone in order to use the more productive tools. It was worth it in order to move back to energy. And anytime I look at my phone, the only thing to play with was those productivity and accountability apps. My muscles wanted that memory of playing and scrolling and clicking, but the only way to do it was through my new healthy habits. So using technology towards your benefit. The next one is creating a routine. We are routine creatures. Our brain does not want to work hard. That's the power of the autopilot. It will easily do things on autopilot because it doesn't have to think. It doesn't have to decide anything. It doesn't have to choose. We want to get to that point. Creating routines gets you to that point faster. Consistency is key when it comes to building new habits. By incorporating your goals into that daily routine, you're less likely to forget or procrastinate. Whether it's setting aside specific time each day for exercise or meditation or personal development or reading, establishing a routine can help cement your commitment to your goals. A great way to do this is BJ Hobbs' micro habits. This habit stacking in which you already do many things on autopilot, like brushing your teeth, drinking water, getting dressed, how you set up your bed for your bedtime routine. Sticking your new healthy habits before or after those are micro habits. It's piggybacking on things that are already on autopilot. If you want to drink more water, can you have a cup of water next to your toothbrush? And every time you brush your teeth, you chug a glass of water. If you want to read more, can you put a book on your bedstand? And as part of your bedtime routine, instead of scrolling on your phone, there is now a book sitting on your bedside to grab and read. Creating these micro habits in a routine will help build towards those transformational goals. And then last one is rewarding yourself. Now, we need to know ourselves in order to reward ourselves. And that's a whole other podcast episode about identity loss. But once you know yourself, don't forget to celebrate your victories along the way. Rewarding yourself by reaching these small milestones can help reinforce positive behaviors and keep you motivated, and that continues to push you forward. When working with clients, I can see, and I do it myself, we take on more than we can chew, and then we play the blame game against each other when the goals are not achieved. But if we set up correctly bite-sized chunks, celebrate these small wins, these journeys can be rewarding, not just as individuals, but the teams contributing to them. So let's review a few of these practical actions to defeat that lack of accountability behavior hold. Finding a buddy or an accountability partner or a third-party coach. Go to my website, grab up a coaching session. Let's make a roadmap. I'm available via email between every session, and we hold each other accountable. This isn't just your journey, this is mine. You don't have to do this alone. Find a buddy. The second one is set clear and achievable goals. That means small and bite-sized. The third one is utilizing technology towards these new healthy habits. The fourth one is creating that routine, those micro habits, to make it consistent towards the bigger transformational milestones. And then the fifth one is rewarding yourself. Make sure you're celebrating this journey. When you ask people who made it to that big goal, made it to the big transformation, they reflect back that they didn't take the time to reward themselves and really enjoy the journey, and that was the best part. Now, I want you to remember that overcoming this behavior hold, lack of accountability, is a journey. It's not a sprint. So don't discount yourself when you stumble along the way. What's important is that you keep moving forward. I know you're not lazy. Most people in burnout are high performers, those serving others before themselves. Don't discount this step today, the action in which you focused on your self-growth. Piecing together the puzzle is half the journey. Rediscovering yourself, energy, and establishing new habits is the other. Do not underestimate the untapped inner strength inside you. Explore more resources on my website to move from zombie mode back to liveliness. See you soon.